Today I want to talk about my 5%er athletes. Now, we have, 5% Nutrition has over 150 sponsored athletes / ambassadors. We definitely have more athletes than any other company in the industry. And, you know, I like to do things different than everybody else. And, you know, I really like to give people the opportunity. And, you know, our athletes are not all IFB professionals. They're not all powerlifting record holders. You know, they're not, you know, the top #1, this, that. You know, it's basically along the lines of what people have to understand is 5% Nutrition is a supplement company. And yes, it's all about getting in great shape and being the best you can be. But we have to remember what 5% stands for. 5% stands for the people in the world that are willing to do whatever it takes to reach their goals. So in saying that, this is anything in life. So we can't always go by the outer shell. You know, it's sad, but you know, in this industry, we have a tendency to judge everybody by the outer shell. And what you have to understand is the mentality of the person is far more important than the outer shell. You know, when I say be the best you can be at anything in life, you know, I'm talking about business, success, you know, financial freedom. I'm talking about everything, being a family man, being a father, being a husband, being a wife, you know, being the best you can be. And, you know, it's a mentality that you can't tell by looking at someone from the outer shell. You have to talk to that person and get to know them. And I really enjoy talking to people that are super motivated, you know, that are just positive people, and they're all about motivating other people and doing everything they can to be the best they can be and motivate others to be the best they can be. And I'm really about that. And, you know, I really like to have people on the team that are about that. You know, I don't necessarily want people that look great, but, you know, they can't talk, you know, they're not motivating, you know, it seems like they're always in a bad mood, or maybe they have an attitude. You know, you got to understand that there's far more out there than the outer shell, you know. So a lot of times people will say, Rich, you know, you got this guy who's, you know, one of the top IFBB pro bodybuilders, and then you have this person, what is he? And I'm like, you don't understand. It's not, you can't judge everyone by the outer shell. That guy, you know, had a car accident, car flipped, you know, 23 times, you know, he had 15 surgeries, and he lost everything. And, you know, he got divorced and this and that, it ruined his life, and he's come back and he's on his way, you know, opening his own business. He's getting back in great shape. You know, I can have a whole story to tell these people, and they'll be like, holy shit. And it's like, you can't judge a book by its cover, you know. And I get motivated by different things. I've been bodybuilding my whole life, and just seeing a big 300-pound bodybuilder doesn't necessarily motivate me the same as other things in life. You know, if I meet someone who's 22 years old, you know, and they're a multi-millionaire and they've achieved this and they've achieved that and blah, blah, that just motivates the fuck out of me. And I want to sit and pick that person's brain, you know, and just be like, holy shit, this guy's unbelievable in what he's accomplished, you know. And, you know, a lot of people in the industry, they can't look outside the actual industry, you know, so all they see is the physical, you know, the outer shell of the person. And, you know, when I first started getting athletes on the 5% team, you know, I had all these incredibly huge, you know, jacked up, you know, big tattooed looking guys. And what happened is I noticed a lot of people, you know, would hit me up, email me, go on my Instagram and say, hey, Rich, you know, I'm trying to be a 5%er and I have a long way to go, but I can't wait to the day when I can actually wear a 5% tank top and know, you know, that I fit in. And I'm like, what are they talking about? You know, and then I get another email, Rich, you know, here's a picture of me. Do you think I'm a 5%er? I really want to buy your clothes and I want to be part of the 5% movement, but I know I'm not there yet. You know, tell me what I need to work on. And I'm like, wow, you know, I figured out that what I was portraying in the beginning was it's all about the outside. You know, it's all about you need to be big, you need to have muscles, you need to, you know, and that's not what I wanted to portray. You know, and I had people that didn't feel they deserved to wear the 5% clothing, which is just insane. That just makes no fucking sense, because 5% is to motivate people to be the best they can be. So you're wearing the shirt and you're being part of the 5% because it motivates you to know that you're a 5%er and you're willing to do whatever it takes to reach your goals, and every day you're reminded that you need to keep pushing forward and do whatever you can to reach that goal, whatever it may be, or whatever they might be. And that 5%, that's what it stands for, is it's to motivate people. And you know, I like to say on Instagram, you know, I have a hashtag that says we're all in this together, like a family. And you know, it'd be great if we all were like a big team and we all motivated each other, you know, and gave each other props and, you know, complimented each other and motivated each other to be the best we could be. And, you know, stop tearing each other down. You know, that makes no sense. And the reason for this video is for me to explain this to people. So when you see my athletes, you understand that it's more than just the outer shell. You know, these people have stories. You know, these people are, you sit and talk to them and you'll be like, holy shit, you know, they can motivate you. And there's a lot more to it than the outer shell. And I like to have as many diversified people involved in what I'm doing. You know, if you came to my booth and I had 8 bodybuilders all standing there like this, that's what you see at every other booth in the expo. You know, that's not what I want to portray. Or 8 powerlifters lifting heavy weight. You know, I want people to come to my booth and I have all kinds of different people, all kinds of different, you know, I'm not just trying to motivate you to lift heavy weight, or, you know, to have a great body. I want to motivate people in all areas of life. And, you know, when you come and talk to some of my athletes, you're going to be motivated and you're going to see what I'm talking about. And I like to give everybody a chance and have as many people involved as possible. And, you know, I'm not against anyone. You know, I feel like we're all equals. If I'm at the gym, you know, it doesn't matter how big you are, how great you look, we're equals. You know, you want to work in with me, come work in with me. You know, you want to train with me, come train with me. You know, I don't see myself better than anyone out there. And, you know, a lot of people out there, you know, they judge people on the outer shell and they feel like if they have a better physique, that they're better than that person. You know, they're more worthy than that person. And the truth is, you're not. The truth is, we're all equals. We're all shooting for the same goals. And you have to understand that we all started somewhere. You know, and if I meet a young, you know, 17-year-old kid and I talk to him and, you know, I listen to him talk, I might say, hey, man, you know what? I want you on the team, man. I enjoy talking to you. You're very motivated. You know, you actually inspired me listening to your story. And, you know, most kids at your age aren't thinking the way you're thinking. So I might put them on the team, you know, and then I'll have other people that look and go, why is this 17-year-old skinny kid an athlete on the 5%? You know, and you have to understand that it's not about so much about that outer shell. You know, it's about this kid motivated me in a certain way. And the story he told me, I was like, wow, this kid's great. You know, he's great. He's a great kid. He's got a bright future ahead of him, and I can see he's going places. And I can see him motivating other people on his Instagram. When he talks to other people, he'll motivate people. And, you know, you guys know, you go to an expo and you wait in line and you go to talk to one of your, you know, favorite athletes, and, you know, the guy's a fucking asshole, you know, or he's boring, or he has no personality, and you wait in line for 2 hours, you get to the front of the line, and, you know, he's just like, hey, you know, nice to meet you. And you're like, are you fucking kidding me? I just waited in line for 2 hours for this bullshit, you know? And I don't want that at my booth. I want people to have a good time, you know, to have a good conversation, to leave that expo motivated and happy and feel well worth. If they waited in line to talk to me, I want them to feel like it was fucking worth it. Waiting in line, it was worth talking to me, and I'll sit and talk to you for 10 minutes, you know, and hopefully you'll talk to my other athletes, you know, and you'll get a lot of positive motivation from them. So this whole video is basically, I just want people to realize that it's not all about the outer shell, and nobody is better than anyone else. I don't give a fuck if you're Mr. Olympia. I don't give a fuck if you're the strongest guy in the world. You're not better than these other people. You know, you might be maybe stronger than that guy, but you know what? That guy might be better in other areas in life. You know, he might have a successful business and you're a broke motherfucker that's strong. So what the fuck, you know? So you can't go by the outer shell. So this is a very important video for me, is I hope I can change people's thinking, you know, and realize that it's not all about the outer shell. And I can go on Instagram and I can read something from somebody, and if it's inspiring and it makes me get motivated and makes me happy and makes me want to go train, or makes me want to go think of business plans or ideas, then that's incredible. You know, I don't care what the picture looks like. You know, I don't necessarily give a fuck how great he looks. The message he gave me, if it touches me in a certain way, it's fucking awesome. You know, I would rather read a post that actually means something and helps me in my life than to see a picture of someone who looks incredible, but what they have to say is fucking meaningless, you know? Oh, look at my fucking arms, you know, I'm getting ready for my contest in 3 weeks. How do you think I look, you know? Okay, whatever, next, you know what I'm saying? There's more to it than that, and I just want people to realize that, again, there's more to it than the outer shell. You know, so think about that shit, you know, and again, we're all fucking equals. No one's better than anyone. So just think about that shit, and hopefully we can all be positive and motivate each other to be the best we can be, you know, and being negative is only going to bring you down, you know, and it's only a reflection of how unhappy you are as a person. And the more negative you are, the further down you're going to go, you know. When you're positive and you give other people good advice and you compliment other people, it makes you feel good and it brings you up. And if you don't believe me, try that shit sometime. Go on and give someone a compliment and tell them how great they look, and I guarantee you're going to feel better about yourself. So anyway, guys, I hope this helps, and you know, we're fucking all in this shit together, so let's fucking do this.